Hello SR families, hello guardians, hello whoever's watching this video. I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to take advantage of this resource. You know what, we strive to partner with parents, and part of that partnership means providing resources, discipling students, but we can't do that without you guys. And we can only fulfill up to the point of providing and provision and caring for your students while we have them. At the end of the day, they go home with you, and we just hope that this video, the questions we're going to provide, are helpful to furthering your students' journey in faith. So that being said, I want to talk about the Ridge this week. This week we are kind of more of a devotional format, and what we're really going to do is we're going to take a look at a psalm and a song by Shane and Shane. The song is Psalm 46, and obviously it's built off of Psalm 46, but this has actually been a song that I have just poured into over the past month. I've really enjoyed. I listen to it all the time, and part of the reason why is because I think it's so applicable. This song talks about so much. I would encourage you to go listen to it, but it reflects on a lot of Old Testament scripture while replicating the cry that David makes of just God. His vulnerability and his honesty with God is so real, and I love that. And in the song, it kind of sings the song as, "O God of Jacob, hear our cry. Our hearts are wicked, but come and wrestle them and win. Take over." And that's the part we're going to hone in on for our students through this psalm, and kind of going back to this moment in the Old Testament where Jacob, who later becomes Israel, wrestles with God, right? This wrestling with God, and he's honest and he's vulnerable, and he pleads with God to bless him, and God totally has control here. He does. God has control, and God could just totally wipe out Jacob right then and there. But instead he wrestles with him, he blesses him, but at the end of the day, God touches his hip and helps Jacob recognize, I'm all powerful. I'm in control here. You think you're wrestling with me, but I'm so much more powerful. I have this. Surrender to me. And that's why God actually gives him the new name from Jacob to Israel, is because it's a recognition of total surrender and being sold out for God. Ironically, what are the people of Israel called? The people of Israel, you know what I mean? They're God's chosen people. This idea of complete and total surrender is littered throughout Scripture. And so we're going to talk about, what does it look like to have complete and total surrender? And so I want to equip you. What are some questions you can ask your students? Well, you could go through things like, do you believe that you're living a life of surrender? How would your life look different if you were living a life of surrender? What do you think are attributes of a life of surrender? This idea of surrender is so powerful, because it's truly I've got nothing. This is me. This is where I'm at. This is what it is. That is what surrender is. So I want to encourage you guys, ask those hard-hitting questions, get into the heart of your students, process that with them, talk with them, help them walk through this journey as we just talk about the idea of surrender in the midst of this Christmas season. Surrender can apply to so much, but in this instance, it is applying to our lives, to the way that we live, to the way that we seek, to the way that we live our journey. So thanks guys for tuning in. Really appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless.